from 97.9 WRMF, Palm Beach.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KBJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, called Suck a Spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KBJ Show.
Good morning, happy Thursday. What is going on? Welcome to the KBJ Show. How's everybody feeling today?
Hey.
Hi. Yeah, hi.
We good. We not sick, so we good.
Yeah, no, that is great. Absolutely. Another day healthy is another great day, huh?
Amen.
Yeah, I'm so happy because usually I get allergies and I'm sneezing a little bit. During the corones, I've been pretty allergy-free, knock on wood.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to be sneezing around people.
I've had a few little allergy bouts, but I try to get right on it with the allergy medicine because I don't want it to turn into some kind of sinus infection, and then I don't know what I have, and then I've got to go get in the dreaded line at the ballpark on the Palm Beaches.
Yeah, it's not, sneeze is not as alarming to me as a cough, but it still gets my attention. I was reading today about sneezes and how far they can travel.
Oh, don't read. It's horrifying.
Some of us can sneeze a lot further than others. I pride myself.
Well, if you do have the allergies, like my daughter was, she's got allergies, and she was sneezing. I'm like, corona. Keeping a stank eye on her. Be like, okay, all right. You just stay a little downwind at least 18 feet away or whatever it is.
You need to get some Claritin and come see Daddy maybe in a couple of days.
Yeah, right. I know. It's tough. Your family sometimes doesn't get it when you're saying stay away.
Well, even if you just kind of eat something the wrong way and it goes down the hole the wrong way, you start coughing, it sounds like, corona.
Oh, I know. It's a tough world to be in right now because you don't want to look like you're sick, and then everybody around you look at because you think they might be sick. But here we are. We're all healthy and we're doing great.
How sick of corona are you?
I'm done with it. Yeah. I think that's why you see a lot of people out. People are ready to get out. They just are like, okay, forget about it. There's maybe if I pretend like it's not here, it won't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that'd work. But we're here. Everything is good. And if you're watching and listening, hey, you have no risk. If we got coronavirus, you're getting it from us. So dial us in. We're on your radios, your smart speakers. You can listen streaming the free WRMF app. You also got us on YouTube right now. You can dial it up and watch us on your flat screen TV for free.
It's the KBJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KBJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in a second, I love to share with you celebrities stepping up and giving big bucks to COVID relief funds all across this country. I'll tell you what Oprah is doing, and it's literally like, you get relief, you get relief, you get relief. She is doling out the cash. Details in a sec. Before we get into that, we told you that Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green were on the outs and that she was hooking up with Machine Gun Kelly. And now we see a lot of her, very sexy, very partially naked in his new music video, and they don't look like they're acting.
According to my sources, Virginia, they are not acting. Things have heated up.
Yes, things have got very hot between those two, and she's still technically married to Brian Austin Green, but I think he and she have both gone on social media and made elusive comments about butterflies leaving the cocoon and stuff. And,
okay.
Yeah, they're both talking about moving on, so that might be over. Nicole Kidman broke her ankle exercising. I guess she was running around her neighborhood trying to get some exercise during this crazy quarantine time and did not see a pothole. Rolled her ankle, got a small break, and is now in a boot. So that's what she's dealing with. Ugh. On top of all this quarantine, a broken ankle sounds terrible. And finally here, what is Oprah doing? Well, stepping up to the tune of $12 million. Now, she's taking that $12 million and spreading it around to the most underserved communities in places where she's lived. Places like Baltimore, Chicago, Milwaukee, Nashville, and in Mississippi, where she was born. Giving all kinds kinds of cash to groups that feed, to groups that provide mental health and care for people, to children's groups, urban families, and all kinds of stuff. So that's good. Oprah spreading the love. Mm-hmm. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife. Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Seen a lot of these virtual graduation ceremonies that are going on. I think they got one that's maybe coming up this weekend or something like that. That Beyonce, Barack Obama, a lot of people are going to be a part of. And they also did one for graduating seniors in Miami-Dade and got a lot of celebrities to name drop a little mention for them, like Dwayne Wade, formerly of the Miami Heat.
Yo, class of 2020. What's up? This is Dwayne Wade. Let me just say this. I know that this year has been hard. I know that you guys have always dreamed of the perfect day. I dreamed of walking across the stage. Y'all dreamed of all the activities that will go on, your senior year. And a lot of that has been taken away. But also understand this, class of 2020 will always be remembered.
Mm-hmm. It's so funny. I've been asking all my friends that have kids how their kids are reacting to not, graduating and all that. And I have quite a few that are graduating from high school this year. I have like 6 friends that are doing that.
Yeah.
And 3 of them they're all like honor students.
Yeah.
And they wanted to walk. The kids that were C students, like, yeah, I'm good. I'm cool. Don't need to walk. As long as I pass, we're cool.
Well, I think for the kids that were the honor students, for a lot of them, you think about your motivation and what motivates people, and they probably for years had that vision of one day having all these robes and tassels and all those kind of things, those awards.
The extra, little collar thing you get to wear if you did really, really good.
All those times, like on a Friday night where they didn't do anything with friends, or all those times where the cool kids were picking on them or making fun of them. They're like, yeah, one day I will have my day where I'm up there decorated for everything I've done, and they'll be like, and they're heading off to Harvard, and they'll be like, yeah, I'm going to McDonald's or whatever, And
yeah.
So they probably wanted that. That was their one moment.
Sure.
Where they're going to finally get to stick it to the people that partied and had fun the entire time. Well, this is another virtual graduation that happened here. This is kind of a nice thing in Mississippi. They actually had the governor reading off all these different names of people who were graduating. So you got recognized by the governor of the state of Mississippi. And a couple names like this one kind of jumped out to people.
Gavin Christopher Davis, Grayson Doss, Harry Ashcraft.
Harry what?
You can't hear it, but it's...
Yeah. It's spelled A-Z-C-R-A-C. Harry
Ashcraft.
I believe that's one of those Amanda Holds or...
Oh, my gosh.
Harry...
Amanda Kiss and Hug?
Yes. I believe somebody punked the governor of Mississippi there with Harry Ashcraft.
Seymour Butts?
Yeah, right.
Seymour, that's old school right there.
Well, look at me. What do you expect?
That's right. So there you go. A little bit of fun at the governor's expense.
Start your day with KBJ and get the best variety of the 2000s, 10s, and today on 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What's on your mind today, Jay Bird?
We've been talking a lot about dreams this week, not only with y'all, but we did some on the Weird Whatever podcast yesterday, and I had the most realistic / weirdest dream about Kevin. You weren't in it for some reason, Virginia, but we had this big meeting, this big corporate meeting, and I showed up late, and I was in a dinosaur costume.
Sounds about right.
Yes, but I was really drunk. I wouldn't break character, and Kevin was getting so mad, and the bosses were visibly getting annoyed with me, and I just would not shut it down. Mm-hmm. And you took me out of the meeting, and you got in my face, and then you fired me.
Oh, my.
Yes, and I'm fighting with you in this dinosaur costume.
Yeah.
It was bizarre, man. I woke up like, what the hell just happened?
I feel like that's happened before.
It happened when I wouldn't break character for Hulk Hogan.
Okay, yeah.
You didn't fire me, though. We just...
Right up to the firing.
Man,
the fist fight was real.
No. Me and Kevin have never fist fought.
think
No.
he hit you for real.
No, he did. Kevin
That
hit me.
one time.
When?
With the guitar.
Oh, well, that was a long
That
time
was
ago.
real.
That was my fault because I kept pushing him on the air to hit me in the head with the guitar. And you did.
I did finally, yeah.
Oh, you did. You
Everybody has their breaking point.
Yeah, I think when he kept asking for it. I realized he was going to keep asking until I hit him legit.
You did,
So you
man.
did.
I did,
I was
yeah.
watching a lot of wrestling at the time.
Yeah.
I was all mixed up.
You were going through it.
Yeah.
Again.
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, so, the beaches are back open, and this is just, Magnolia loves the beach, loves everything about it. She's got some neighbor friends, and they want to all go to the beach, and all these kids are into surfing. But if you remember back to January, remember all the drama we went through when Magnolia got tousled by a wave?
Yes.
I had to bring her to Jupiter Medical Center. Then I had to bring her to St. Mary's Medical Center. She had done damage to the soft tissue in her throat that protects you from drowning, and it was causing all these breathing issues because she had damaged it and blah 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 blah. Literally out of pocket, that whole experience has cost me close to $3,000. That's just what the insurance didn't cover.
Jeez.
That's what I had to pay, and I'm still paying off to Jupiter Medical Center and St. Mary's for those hospital visits, 2 of them back to back. So yesterday, she's telling me about how she wants to go, and this one girl in our neighborhood that she's been hanging out with the whole time got a surfboard, and the girl wants to teach her to surf. And I'm just like, Mags, no, I don't feel comfortable about this. I don't feel good about this. These 2 little girls that she knows in the neighborhood are athletes. One of them's a gymnast, and the other one's a runner, and they're just tougher little girls than her.
Okay.
She's like a baby deer that was just born 10 minutes ago. She's just frail and awkward and doesn't have the whatever it is that these 2 little tough girls have. And I'm putting my foot down about surfing. I'm telling her she can't even go in the water above her chest. I don't want her being in water that she can't stand. And she got all upset yesterday because I read her that story about that WWE guy.
Oh, that's okay. That's.
She started crying.
The
Can't
guy
imagine
who-
why. Hey,
guy
bro,
who
I
was-
want to go surf. Let me tell you about a WWE dead wrestler.
The guy who saved his kid and then was ripped out to sea by a rip current and then washed ashore dead?
That's the one.
Okay.
He's 6'7", strong guy, and a rip current took him out. We need to respect the ocean, and she's just. Am I being crazy? She's too fragile, and I'm not even finished paying the medical bills from January.
You want our honest opinion? Or do you want us to kind of kiss your butt? I'm not sure where to go with this because I have a lot to say, but I also want to get into a fight with you.
I do want your honest opinion.
Yeah, I think by you saying that she's too frail and she's too fragile, you're already setting her up to fail. People change. She's 15. I mean, you're going to change a lot. You're going to grow up. You're going to get tougher with things. I wouldn't try to scare her from it. If she's showing a genuine interest in it, I would do it safely, but I definitely would not discourage her. I would encourage her. Anytime your kid wants to do something to better themselves and be active, I highly support that. Now, you can do it in a safe manner, but I wouldn't have led with the WWE wrestler being lost out at sea. Different approach. I don't know. That's me, though.
Yeah, and she's, starting to become a teenager. She's going to want to do these things, and if right now the regulations are including the depth at which she can go into the ocean, I always worry because I know I was that kid that I had a lot of restrictions, and I pushed against them and became the rebellious kid. 16, 17, I was hard to handle in those years for that reason.
Yeah, you're not crazy because you're nervous about her going into the ocean.
Yeah.
You're crazy on why she can't go in the ocean, your approach. You asked me. I was
Yeah.
raised by a crazy mom, so I'm allowed to say this.
Now, is she aware of how much the medical bills cost you?
I told her yesterday. Now, up
Yeah.
until yesterday, she didn't know just how much this was costing me, and so she's got to gauge now. She's starting to understand money.
Yeah.
She had her first job, and she's really getting a grasp of what money and how much money is impactful. And yeah, she gets that $3,000 is a huge kick in the shorts.
Sure.
And I I know you know Mag's better because she's your daughter, but maybe Mag's a little tougher than you think. Yeah, I think we're all a little tougher than we think if we dig down a little bit.
And these situations might make you tougher, too. Sometimes you can't get tough until you go into the fire.
Sometimes you need to be knocked on your ass by a wave. Just in life.
I mean, but she was, though.
And she's okay.
But she had to be in the hospital for, multiple days, and it was just so traumatic. And
well, the only thing is maybe if you cut down that resource of her to go out and have fun, then she might find other resources, and some of them are not as pure and natural as going to the ocean.
Like, you're not crazy to be worried about her going to the ocean. But I don't think you should discourage her either. I think there's a way you could do this to where everyone wins.
Well, what is it?
I don't think it has to be all or nothing. There's ways to get surf lessons. There's ways to do it, safe. There's all kind of ways to do that. Maybe she needs to prove that she can get in the water and crush it a little bit.
Is there anybody that's like a surfing coach I can get to go, and not just her friends?
So funny you say that.
Somebody who actually is a certified, lifeguard, surf coach person.
Can I introduce you to my friend, producer Denny's? He was a big-time surfer growing up. You don't trust Denny's?
I trust Denny's, but isn't he a little busy? Kevin's got him jumping through hoops over there.
I do. There's a lot to do. We added an extra hour to the show.
Just put it on the agenda that he has to help Magnolia with surfing.
Yeah.
Well, this will be affordable.
Denny's, we need you to drive 40 minutes one way. Hour-long surf lesson.
Oh, man.
Yes, we want to surf in Hope Sound. I know you live in West Palm.
Yeah. Some of the comments coming in. Somebody said, Virginia, stand your ground. My daughter, Maddie, was always asking to go on a boat with her Jupiter friends at age 14. I always said no, and later that year, Austin and Perry disappeared at sea. Say no. Tough or not, the ocean will win. And look, I understand if you're a parent and you have got, a teenager and they've got aquatic friends who have boats and all that stuff. And I think with anything, you can just at this age, you start to teach them about the dangers in life, be safe, when you can go to sea, when you should go to sea, who you should be boating with, when, how, wear life jackets.
She does the same thing. She's got, her little girlfriend that's got a boat, and they know they are not allowed to go in the ocean. I don't care if it's flatter than I was at age 16. I have a strict no ocean policy about boating.
You got to understand, though, I came from a mom who did not allow me to do anything until I was about 15 or 16. I mean, I had to fight for my freedom. My dad was a big part of getting me out of the house. My mom thought every time I went out, I was going to get killed, maimed, kidnapped. But she thought that with all of the kids.
But I'm not strict like that. I let her do what she wants. I let her run around the neighborhood.
You do.
I let her. She had a little friend over last night. They were making s'mores in the backyard with a little fire pit that I got her till 10 p.m. It's technically a school night. I think I'm pretty cool.
No, I do. I think you're cool. I think maybe the discouragement of the surfing. I just wouldn't say she's weak is all.
All right, so when is Denny's doing surf camp this week?
I got to talk to him.
Denny's put his head in his hand. No.
This weekend's going to be kind of interesting, though, because, you talk about going to the beach and all that, and anybody who's listened to us in Broward to Miami-Dade is like, oh, that would be nice.
This is the first real beach weekend.
Yeah, and they don't have it. In fact, they say the earliest that beaches may open up in Broward and Miami-Dade is Tuesday. And so are they going to be heading north to the beaches this weekend?
Are you allowed to, or is it going to be that thing where you have to prove you live in the county?
I don't know that they put those restrictions on. I didn't see that part of it if they did.
When Palm Beach wasn't open and Martin County was, they were checking IDs.
Yeah, I know they were then.
But are they able to check IDs on all of the Palm Beach County beaches that are open? I know Palm Beach isn't open. Riviera Beach still. Are they
Riviera
just
Beach,
might have opened?
No, I think they were complaining about not being able to open. So Riviera Beach was not. You have Boca, you have Delray, which is likely where you would see.
Boca and Delray are probably not the beaches to go to this weekend.
Well, they're going to be packed, and I'm just wondering how many people from Broward and Dade are going to be coming up to go to those beaches because those are open, and will they be taking IDs? I did not see anything in the news about it, but
taking IDs just seems like a massive undertaking for the police that have better things to do.
Beach bouncer?
Yeah, beach bouncer.
It's basically it.
Just seems like, really?
Yeah, and I don't know exactly what you're allowed to do because they say that when the beaches do open, possibly on Tuesday in Broward, Miami-Dade, the guidelines that they're going to have, like the mandatory social distancing, no more groups of 10, that kind of stuff. But they say they also would say no sitting in the sand. You have to keep moving, whether walking, jogging, or swimming. You have to be on the move. You cannot be sitting there on the beach.
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah, that's going to be part of the guidelines.
That's awful.
No sand sitting. I'm like, how weird is that, right?
I'm not down with that. I like to sit in the sand, collect my thoughts, stare at the ocean.
What if you want to make a sandcastle?
Not doing it. You got to keep moving.
What if you want to bury your sister?
Can't do it.
What if you want to meditate?
Can't do it.
Dang.
Dolphin watch.
You'd have to do it walking.
That
Yeah.
sounds. I like walking on the beach, but I also like to sit every now and then too.
Yeah, I don't think this allows you. At least the way it's looking for Broward and Dade. That would be some of the guidelines they would have. Yeah, so I don't know. Somebody said, yeah, Martin County right now is still checking IDs. So if you plan on venturing for a beach weekend and your area right now does not have an open beach, you may have a tough time if you're venturing over county lines.
What an odd rule.
It is. It's really odd times.
But this is what the state of the emergency says. As soon as state of emergency is declared, all the local people, including the governor and all the local mayor, they get to say. It's weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not sitting at the beach is weird to me.
You can't sit, but you can walk. Well, walking expels more particles.
Are they? I guess maybe they're worried that if one person sits, then everyone's going to start sitting, and then you get a meatball of people in an area.
Oh, meatball sounds good.
But not a meatball of people.
No.
That does not.
Yeah, somebody said also in St. Lucie County, we're going to be checking IDs. And we have 3 that are going to be shut down till Tuesday. So you're going to have to do a little bit of research. I wouldn't just drive to a beach. I would try to find some information ahead of time. And I was talking to somebody that said in Pinellas County, they actually have a beach report, like an app where you can go online. And you can see at that moment what it looks like as far as how many people are on the beach, what the social distancing looks like, and what the parking looks like. I don't know if they have that on the East Coast here of Florida, but that would be a really great resource this weekend because, some people got to drive 40 minutes to get to the beach. And how frustrating would that be if you drive 40 minutes and that beach is closed or you can't get on the beach?
Oh, that meltdown. People would have a meltdown.
You're right.
Then the beach bouncer has to deal with that.
It seems like a lot of drama.
They're just... Drama can happen at any point when you go out right now.
Because everybody is wound tight.
Yeah.
This is why I stay home.
Every single day there's another story about somebody punching somebody at Walmart or somebody trying to choke a McDonald's cashier.
Somebody said there's also a rip current advisory the next few days. Big swells coming in from the storm.
Oh, my God.
Because that storm circled back around and is coming back this way.
Mags, I'm fighting for you, but you picked the wrong week to want to go surfing.
Right now, I am so rip current hypersensitive. That is that's the 2 worst words you can say to me.
I got killed by the undertow. It's a story for another time.
I did too.
Some random dude saved me.
Chip from Little Smiles saved me. I was seriously getting pulled out, and he jumped in and saved me.
I thought it was going to be the best day. I remember it was at Juno Beach. I found a Jawa Star Wars figure out of the blue in the sand. I'm like, this is going to be the best day.
Yeah.
And then 20 minutes later, the undertow almost killed me.
Wow. That was the ocean setting bait.
Yeah, let's
It was a
trick
trap.
him and make him think that this day is going to be awesome.
Let's drown that dorky kid up there. I think he likes Star Wars figures. Throw it out there on the beach.
But I made it okay. I'm not trying to scare you even worse, Virginia.
Well, you are, but
Not a good story to tell you.
Somebody said the parking lots for Palm Beach County residents only. There is metered parking for others along Ocean Boulevard if you're going to Delray Beach. Yeah, they took a photo of it, and it's open 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. You're allowed to walk, jog, or swim. You are not allowed to sunbathe, surf. No chairs, no tents, no cabana rentals, no group fitness.
There you go, Virginia.
That's on Delray Beach.
Surf where? Delray. She don't want to go to Delray.
That's Delray Beach, yeah.
She wants to go to Jupiter, Juneau.
Where all the surfers go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's I think a little boy involved that he
boy.
likes to surf. It's a whole thing.
This is how it starts.
This-
Surfing guy.
There's a little boy that surfs, and oh God.
Somebody did say there is an island water sports surf camp. So maybe you could send her to surf camp and she could learn how to do it, and then she could become better, and they'd be like, okay, now you can run free, young one, and go have fun with your friends.
Well, now that I know that there's a boy involved, I'm wondering, is it really about the surfing or is it about the boy?
Great question. I say we get Mags on and grill her.
Would she be mad or would it be cool?
She'd be mad.
All right. I don't want to make Mags mad. I love
Virginia
Mags.
likes upsetting her family.
Yeah, I don't want to make
I'm just kidding.
Panda or Mags mad.
I don't want you to get Mags on. She's still sleeping, right?
I do admit that it'd be a great interview.
All right, I'll make it quick. What I got on my mind here today, I thought this was kind of interesting. TikTok, they do a lot of stuff, and a lot of it's not really true. There was something the other day where they're telling you if you press a ring to your face, if it leaves a dark circle, you have anemia, and they had to bring doctors in and say, no, that's not going to happen. Basically what it is, it's the makeup that you're using is making that circle. So all these teenage girls on TikTok are getting all freaked out. But is this true? They now have the latest thing on here on TikTok, and I don't believe anything they do. It's kind of like looking at the CDC. And they have this new thing that if you wash your strawberries in salt water, little bugs will crawl out.
What?
And here's a girl showing it happening on TikTok.
So how do you wash your strawberries? Usually just in the sink, right? That's how I do it, but apparently there's little bugs inside these guys. So what you do is you fill up a glass with water, fill it with salt, and after the salt is dissolved, you put the strawberries in. Let's see what happens. I don't know if you can see it. It's moving. There it is. Oh my God, I'm gonna barf. Oh, that's so gross. I am so disgusted right now. So I just woke up and the first thing that I thought about was those freaking strawberries. It's not a dream, it's real.
Is it real? That is the question.
I don't know, man.
There's a lot of tricky stuff on TikTok.
I'm over here talking about Jason Derulo busted out his teeth eating corn. Fake. I got duped.
Yes, there's a lot of these things. Now, the video itself has been liked over 83,000 times. So it's a very popular TikTok video, and they went to some experts that might know. According to the Cloud Mountain Farm Center, these small worms, which are most likely the larva of spotted wing Drosophila.
What?
A non-native fruit fly, lays its eggs in ripening berries. They're found in various different fruits, not just strawberries. Fortunately, the worms are not harmful if ingested, which is why the Food and Drug Administration actually allows foods to have a certain amount of bugs. So it is economically impractical to grow, harvest, and process raw products that are totally free of non-hazardous, naturally occurring, unavoidable defects.
I just kind of accept that everything I eat probably has some bugs in it.
Yeah.
I do not.
But it's probably true, Virginia.
I know, but I don't want to think about that. I'm eating strawberries that are bug laden.
It's like brushing your teeth. You can't help. You got to do it. It's part of it. You're just eating bugs. It's part of the game.
Now, apparently, it's just maybe a few. It's possible, maybe not even likely, though. And somebody just texted and said, yeah, my daughter made me try that. Nothing. No bugs came out.
Okay.
So you're not going to every single time get that. They do say, I guess, apparently it could be possible if you got the right strawberry.
But every time I eat a pizza, wouldn't you say that I'm probably eating at least one bug or larva or a fly leg?
There might be something. That's why, again, the FDA allows. When you see that and it seems alarming, they do allow for that because you may not even recognize, and it could happen, and it cuts down on the amount of lawsuits.
Stories like that make the crazy in me have to reheat everything. Like,
Would you want to know how many bugs are in each part of your food? Would you want to know the truth?
If I don't see them or taste them, I feel like I don't want to know.
Mm-hmm.
As
I don't
long
want to
as,
know.
unless it's something that would have killed me if I ingested it, then of course, I want to know.
If I had worms in my pizza and I couldn't see them, I would not want to know. I don't want to know that answer.
Yeah, and if it's normal and if I've been doing it for years and I just didn't know about these strawberry bugs and they're delicious and not bad for me, then yeah, I don't want to know about it.
That's why I can't look in the kitchen at a restaurant, because I've seen some gross things happen. And once you see it happen, you can't get it out of your mind. I just don't want to know anymore.
Yeah.
I just want to eat my food.
That's just it. So chalk that up as a story that you can't really verify, yes or no. Seems like it's possible. It's not out of the realm, but I would say not likely. So there you go. Eat your strawberries and enjoy the little extra bugs. This I thought was kind of interesting. It was a Reddit thread talking about old shows that don't pass today's PC standards. And it is something that's kind of interesting. In some of these shows, either they have edited them, or in some instances, they've even had the creators or the cast talking about, that is not something we do anymore. In fact, the Friends cast, they still run the show Friends a ton. In syndication, it's all over the place. But in interviews now, when you hear the Friends cast, a lot of times they will talk. In fact, just this last week, I heard the girl who played Phoebe. She was talking about if they rebooted the show, that they would have a little bit more diversity in the cast.
Lisa Kudrow.
Yeah, not just all white people. It would be, have a little bit more flavor in it.
Steve Carell said he doesn't think they could even make The Office today.
Really?
Because of just the material they had. He thinks they'd have a hard time making some of the episodes that they did, and that was not that long ago.
No.
So what happened? How did everyone get so soft so quick?
I think it's social media, and there have just been stories that have come out, and people have really pushed the agenda, and they've really pushed hard at saying there are some things that we need to change in our society. And some of it, I think with anything, if you get down to the core of it, there may be some legit points in it. But as we do with anything in today's society, it's the extreme edges that make everything frustrating and so tough to deal with.
If you can't handle The Office, you're set a little soft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm more of a fan of, you create content and people consume it if they want. But I guess they just say that, you're influencing people to have bad behavior that carries on into society. Okay. Some of the shows that they mentioned, and it would be interesting. Like one of those shows I would say is the Chappelle Show. Some people were saying, there's no way they could do that show today and it shouldn't air. That is one I would defend. I'd say that they should make it today and it should air just as it was. Because I believe that kind of commentary is good. I think that we should laugh at it. I think that hopefully what a rational person will do is understand that we all have different looks, appearances, backgrounds, ethnicities, all those kind of things. It's all wonderful. It's what makes life great. And it doesn't make any of us different. We still have the same kind of blood, bones, skin, muscle, thoughts, desires. All that unites us. But yeah, I think it's fun to be able to laugh at some of the differences of where you've come from. That should be up for grabs, and Chappelle did that in a great way. One of those skits that they talked about is the black racist. It was the guy who was the Black Klansman. He was a guy who didn't realize what his skin color was, and he was in the Klan, and it was played by Dave Chappelle. To me, that was genius social commentary. And if you're telling me you can't air that today, why? Because it's genius.
Well, because people get on Twitter and they start to complain. That's really what ends up happening. Social media starts to dictate things, which is kind of odd to me.
Well, that's why I think you should continue to make it. Some of the stuff, if you're talking about the Chappelle Show, I would defend that. Maybe some of the stuff that you look back in time, some older shows may have a harder time. I know Tom and Jerry, a lot of their cartoons they've edited because there were some racial stereotypes that were used in the cartoons that they just felt didn't age.
I just introduced Rocco to Tom and Jerry. There's one on Netflix that they pull up all the time, and it's there's nothing racial in it. It's just a generic.
They've edited
Tom
it all
and Jerry.
out, yeah.
But he loves it because Tom and Jerry just basically beat each other up the whole episode, and Rocco loves physical comedy.
Oh, I used to love when they would bring out a steak. A Tom and Jerry steak looked so delicious. That and the chicken bone.
Yeah. Yeah, no, those, they still air those, again, heavily edited. And I remember just as a kid watching them, and I'd watch them so much, I'd watch them every day after school, that when I was, my kids, as they were growing up, I was watching one of the cartoons. I knew every scene in that cartoon. And when that scene wasn't there, that part, I was like, wow, they edited that out. Interesting. So some of them don't age well.
To go back to Dave Chappelle real quick, he don't care. If you've seen his last couple comedy specials,
no, exactly.
He knows people are going to get mad, and he doesn't care. And I think that's why a lot of people like him.
Well, we need that. We need to have that kind of great social commentary, because what he does is he takes all those things that people are uncomfortable to talk about because you are afraid you're going to be shamed, and he talks about them anyway, and he makes them entertaining and thought-provoking, and that's the best thing you can do. That's why I think he's one of the best commentators that we have still. We need more Chappelle Show, and we need him unedited. He needs to say what he says.
He's my all-time favorite comedian.
Yeah.
He's just so smart, the way he puts it all together.
Yeah.
It's impressive to watch.
It goes Chappelle and then Bill Burr. Bill Burr's awesome, too.
I haven't seen a lot of his stuff. I need to check it out. But yeah, I think that's how you have to grade stuff. Some stuff is like, okay, that makes sense. Other stuff, yeah, it just seems like you're just pounding on stereotypes that there's nothing to that. some of the ones they named, like All in the Family. It's been a while since I've really seen that, but as I've seen some repeat episodes, and they just redid one of those original episodes, the script word for word. They reenacted it and did it live on TV. And I think it's a good thing because, yeah, Archie Bunker, who's the main character of it, was a bigot, but they made him look dumb in his bigotry.
Well, that's what they did with Steve Carell. Not that Steve Carell is a bigot on the show The Office, but they made him so ignorant to where you're like, okay, this guy is an ass. No one would ever, with a brain, ever take this seriously.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think you got to take it on a case-by-case basis as to what, is something that should and should not pass today's PC standards. And I think that, and a lot of people agree that they are set in many ways too tight. Like somebody had mentioned Hogan's Heroes because it's a sitcom set in a Nazi POW camp. It was still a funny show.
Yeah.
And the design was funny. There's no reason why you couldn't just put that show on as is today. So that to me is one where it's like that's a little bit extreme. Got a birthday here for you today. Jaybird might be excited to find out that Mr. T is 68 years old.
I pity the fool. I pity the fool, Virginia.
I know you do.
Right.
I gotta sneak one in, Kev, if you don't mind. My sister's birthday was yesterday. Becky, happy birthday.
Becky.
I love you very much.
Becky.
Happy birthday.
You and your sister look so much alike.
We do.
And you're both adorable.
Well, thank you.
Got to say happy birthday to Eli, turning 7, and his sister Gabby, turning 29. From Sophia, Andrew, Aunt Tina, and Uncle Andrew. Wow. That's quite an age gap between siblings, huh? 22 years?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Happy 50th birthday to Matt. Hope you had an amazing day from your wife, Amy, and your 4 boys, Aiden, Noah, Elon, and Shane. We all love you. So there you go.
I think also Sean Timms is having a birthday today. That is Tatiana, Rocco's favorite babysitter, her husband. So happy birthday, Sean.
Okay.
We love you.
All right, very nice. All right. Got a shout out? You want to get on the KBJ Show? You can do it as well. Send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. People are texting in some of the old shows that don't pass today's PC standards. How would they fare? Would people get all upset? Some of the shows that people pointed out were Married with Children for their sexist and racist jokes.
What I don't understand is how does like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia not get any crap? Have you ever seen their show?
No, I've never seen that.
They are over the top. I mean, it's hilarious, but it is not politically correct. And I'm shocked that they haven't been more of a target.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you should see some of their storylines.
Yeah, it is interesting how all of a sudden some people get on that PC radar, and when you're, in the crosshairs, man, they really go after you.
Well, Curb Your Enthusiasm is another show on HBO that really goes after a lot of social issues.
Yeah.
And he doesn't pull any punches.
Yeah.
And he seems to get a little bit of hate, but not like other people. It's weird.
A little bit of hate's good.
Oh, yeah.
And being on the right side where people are like going, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's the way to be. You just don't want to go past that tipping point. You want to walk to the line without falling over it. And that is the question. America's Next Top Model for body shaming.
Tyra Banks got called out because they're releasing all of these old clips from America's Next Top Model when Tyra is, breaking girls down because they have a gap in their tooth.
And now on TikTok, putting a gap in your teeth is actually sexy. There's girls that are going on TikTok and coloring in with a black marker in between their 2 teeth or like an eyeliner. And then they're going, it's the London look.
Okay.
Gosh,
now
man.
a gap is hot.
I got to tell you, I was an America's Next Top Model fan.
Me too.
I was in there from cycles 1 through 9, Kevin.
The body shaming was some of the most fun stuff.
It was. Tyra knew how to get you talking.
She did.
Pretty annoying, though.
And it was very reflective of how the modeling industry is. That's how it is, y'all.
It was one of those shows I loved to watch it because it was very cringy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody brought up the Dukes of Hazzard. And yeah, I wonder what would happen with that. That was a show when I was a little kid I would watch, and they had a race car there that had the Confederate flag on the, the roof of the or the hood of the car. I guess
that's
going to
be hard to CGI out.
What was the one show where I'm gonna Hey, you're to the moon, Alice. Where he used
The
to
honeymooners.
threaten to
Yeah.
send his wife to the moon.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'd work today.
Yeah, you're right. That was in an era where you could just backhand your wife.
Jackie Gleason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was.
That was some old
Miami
stuff.
guy. Yeah, that is. I
Old
don't know,
reference,
that was,
Pennington.
My dad watched that with his dad, and so he turned me on to it. To the moon, Alice.
Somebody said, what about the Jeffersons? They used the word honky like 8 million times. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, those are some of the ones that...
They recreated that one, too.
Yeah.
They brought that back.
That and All in the Family. I thought it was really good because George Jefferson was the opposite of Archie Bunker. Archie Bunker was the white racist, and George Jefferson was the black racist. And it was just kind of funny to see them going back and forth.
And it just gets us all talking.
Yeah.
Yes. I just, people are very offended today.
Oh, yeah, well, that's just people. Everybody's wound tight.
But there is some good, there's some edgy programs on right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and hopefully they'll continue and say that these are things. I think they're great for our society. I think that we need them. I think that you have to have a place where you can make light of some of the differences and have that kind of stuff that makes you think and also makes you laugh.
Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. Well, the Blue Angels flew over South Florida just about a week or so ago, and we ran a soundtrack that aired here on 97.9 WRMF. Cool little thing where you can look up at the sky and saw a lot of videos and photos on social media people had taken. It was really kind of cool. You had the jets flying in that pattern, and then they released the smoke behind them.
Ooh.
Really nice little tribute for our medical workers on the front lines. And they're going to be doing another salute flight over Memorial Day weekend to recognize the essential workers over 34 South Florida hospitals. They're going to have 4 F-16C Fighting Falcon jets starting on Saturday over Truman Medical Center at 11:35 a.m., and then they're going to end over Homestead Hospital at 12:44 p.m., but they're going to make a loop that's going to go up north over Miami, then they're going to hit Fort Lauderdale, Plantation, Boca, and West Palm Beach, and then we'll zip back down is kind of the route that they're going to be taking. They have also got another run with the U.S. Coast Guard helicopter and a C-144 aircraft. I know nothing about planes. That is going to be Saturday from noon to 1:12 p.m. That's going to be going on. It's all sponsored by the Hyundai Air and Sea Show, which I guess not happening this year. Will be back next Memorial Day weekend of 2021.
Got it.
Yeah, that's kind of a cool thing. Another positive note, you said that your sister's hospital in New Orleans is now COVID-free on her wing?
Yes. So they have decided to take certain hospitals and make them COVID hospitals, and then other hospitals can get back to regular business, and there's no COVID treatment going on. And she's just lucky. Her hospital, after being overwhelmed with COVID, now is COVID free.
That's a positive story.
It's a huge positive story.
That's a real positive story. I can trust that because I know you.
Yes.
You're getting it from an actual person.
They're getting back to regular business because that's the thing. If you're a COVID hospital, it's scary to people. They don't want to go to that hospital to have surgeries, elective or medically necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So she's lucky enough to be in one of those places that's now COVID free.
Well, you never know. We all got the freedom of speech that we want to say. One place that we go off and get our commentary is we all have our own social media platforms from Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. You can follow KBJ Show members and see what they have to say. And if you are, this should be very easy. Even if you listen to the show and didn't see these posts, this should be relatively easy. We'll see if anybody can match this social media post up with the person who wrote it here on the KBJ Show, either myself, Virginia, Jaybird, or Denny's. Okay, who wrote this one? So I had a meeting with my boss in a park standing 6 feet apart, and she rode up to our meeting on a bicycle. What the actual F is going on? Hashtag strange times. Okay. Which KVJ Show member wrote this? We all grow just like a plant. Just make sure you're not standing too long in the same place where your boots begin to grow roots. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Poetic and deep. Deep. Which KVJ Show member posted this. If current day Jimmy Buffett tried to start S-bomb with me physically, would I be able to knock him on his parrot ass, or would I lose like the little bitch that I am? Great question. Who posted that?
That sounds like the mind of an unstable individual.
You think?
Someone's got a lot of nerve over there.
And who else posted up? I'm a middle-aged person who just binge-watched all of Outer Banks Netflix. Not sure how I should feel about that. Okay. Who lines up with whom? If you know, you can call or text 877-979-WRMF.
Spend your early mornings watching the KBJ Show on YouTube. Just search KBJ Show and put our questionable faces up on that flat screen. 97.9 WRMF.
So, which KBJ Show member made which post here? We got the first one. It says, so I had a meeting with my boss in a park standing 6 feet apart, and she rode up to our meeting on a bicycle. What the actual F is going on? Hashtag strange times. Somebody else text out from the KBJ Show, myself, Virginia, Jaybird, or Denny's. We all grow just like a plant. Just make sure you're not standing too long in the same place where your boots begin to grow roots. Another post was, if current-day Jimmy Buffett tried to start S-bomb with me physically, would I be able to knock him on his parrot ass, or would I lose like the little bitch that I am? And the final post, I'm a middle-aged person who just binge-watched all of hashtag Outer Banks Netflix. Not sure how I should feel about that.
Very tough.
See if Mandy's got it here. She's on from West Palm Beach. Okay, the one about seeing the boss in the park. Who do you think posted that up, Mandy?
That's Virginia.
Okay, Virginia on that. What about the one who is talking about we all grow just like a plant, just don't let roots grow from your boots?
That's definitely Denny's.
Sounds like it. What about the one who wonders if they could kick Jimmy Buffett's ass?
Jaybird.
And the middle-aged person who watched Outer Banks on Netflix?
Oh, that's you, Kevin.
You're all over it, man.
Yay!
Oh,
Nice
Mandy.
work. You came.
And you came without taking.
Very nice. Well, congratulations and thanks for listening to the KBJ Show, Mandy.
Thank you.
There you go. Girl is on it. Yeah, Virginia, I remember she was telling that story. That was a social distancing meeting with the boss.
It was weird.
Yeah. Strange times indeed.
Strange times.
Mm-hmm. Denny's wisdom was nice. And Jaybird, I think you were talking a little bit yesterday about your wondering if you could take Jimmy Buffett or not.
Did I talk about that yesterday?
Might have. Because I remember that.
You do bring him up.
And I wasn't like
Because
going
I think you're talking about Come Monday.
I do love that song.
Come Monday,
But
I'll kick your ass.
The whole thing was if he started with me, would I be able to defend myself? I don't know.
I think he's in really good shape. I don't know if I could take Jimmy Buffett.
I talk a lot of crap about Jimmy Buffett, but I saw a very cool interview with him. He's probably 20 years old. It's an old interview I stumbled upon. Made me really, really like the guy.
Seems like a great dude.
He really does seem like a great guy.
You just got burned on cheeseburgers in paradise.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Margaritaville.
Margaritaville.
Gosh, man. I
Yeah.
hate that song so much. Not as bad as Boom Boom Pow.
Okay.
But it's-
Yeah. And I talked about watching Outer Banks on Netflix and did like it. I did say that it reminded me kind of a Scooby-Doo mystery that I'd seen. If you haven't seen it yet.
It was good.
It was very good.
Right from the beginning, it got me into it. And I held out because Mags, she kind of sold it as like a teen thing. And I was like, okay, I don't want to look like I'm thirsty to have my youth again. But as you watch like the first episode, I was like, this is good.
Did you say you watched the new Scooby-Doo movie?
I did. I watched Scoob over the weekend.
Do they still have the Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you, as the theme song?
They did a revamped version. If you knew the old cartoon, they took it with the new characters and did it scene by scene, a recreation of the opening.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Have you seen old school Scooby-Doo episodes from back in the day recently?
Yeah, they look old.
Yeah, no, but have you actually watched one?
It's been a while, but yeah.
They were definitely on drugs.
Yeah.
They were,
Well,
man.
the mystery machine was smoking.
There was something going
It
on.
was very trippy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was very trippy. And yeah, there's a little drama with that because they got Will Forte to do the voice of Shaggy in this one. And the guy who played Shaggy in those Scooby-Doo live-action movies was upset that he wasn't chosen.
I get it. It's,
Matthew Lillard, I think.
He wanted the gig.
I get it, yeah. And honestly, the one thing that stood out, I didn't really like the voice of Shaggy. that they did in Scoob.
Really?
I didn't think Will Forte was a good choice. I think they should have gone with Matthew Lillard.
Interesting.
But I think they wanted to have bigger names on the project because they did have a couple big names that was the voice talent in that. And they do that. But honestly, I forget, who is who when I'm watching the cartoon. That doesn't make me want to watch.
No, you don't care if there's a famous person behind the voice.
No, because a lot of times I don't even realize it.
I noticed that right after Jim Henson passed away, and the guy that did Kermit, I go, he's a little off. It's not as good as my boy Jim Henson.
It never will be. That's the thing.
And that's a tough project to follow.
You have huge shoes to fill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Scoob had Zac Efron, Mark Wahlberg, Amanda Seyfried, so
big names.
Yeah, so they brought all these, names out. Tracy Morgan was in it. Ken Jeong had a voice speaking role.
That'd be such a fun job to do, being a voice for a cartoon. How cool would that gig be?
I hear it's one of the best gigs that you can get, doing voice work.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's easy. You just go into the studio. You want to talk about people who love it now because they can work with no pants on?
It's true.
Voice talent could do that.
I always wanted to be a bear that kind of talks like this. That'd be my bear voice.
Okay, we could all use a little laugh here in this pandemic era. That's why producer Demi's is here with another round of his joke jury. We are here to let him know when he's funny and when he's not. We give you the ruling. He gives you the jokes. That's pretty much how it works here today. Jaybird is loosening him up, giving him a little shoulder massage. Yep. Got to make sure you're limber for this, Denny's.
Yes.
Okay.
Be careful. Don't hurt him with them hamburger hands.
Yes.
I got gentle hands.
Break a collarbone.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go with joke number one.
Where does Kevin stay when he travels?
Oh, I love Kevin jokes.
Oh, I do too. I don't even know. Where do I stay when I travel?
Airbnb.
Oh, yeah.
Topical. You got a haircut this week?
Yeah, that's great.
You notice the hat is back on?
The hat?
He got too many comments.
Whatever. I saw nothing but great comments for Kevin's
I
hair.
agree.
I think your hair looks
I think
great.
all the comments she's talking about were the ones she said.
Yeah. Screw the haters, dude. You look dynamite. Very sharp.
Second joke. What did Ray Liotta say when he was asked about seeing his manager?
I don't know. What did he say?
Karen. From Goodfellas.
Things can turn so fast.
Yeah.
Deep cut.
A weird little factoid. He's done 3 movies with a person in the movie named Karen.
Oh, look
Field
at
of Dreams, Unlawful Entry, and Goodfellas. Yeah.
We do all the stats nobody's looking for.
Yeah.
You're right. What a pointless stat.
Third joke. What mint candy do feminists hate?
I don't know. What mint candy do they hate?
Mentos.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
That's so sexist. You're right.
You're gonna get.
You're right.
Danny's about to get canceled on Twitter.
No.
We are never eating Mentos again.
Hello, Karen, line 2.
Yeah, he has to go answer his own hate call.
Yeah.
Let me know. All right. Fourth joke for you guys. How do chicken sandwiches hashtag their selfies?
I don't know. How do they?
Living my breast life.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Virginia stopped her laugh mid.
She's like, I shouldn't be laughing at this.
I like it because it had chicken in it.
But then I didn't like it.
You liked it because it had chicken in it, but it didn't have any funny. In
Yeah. Just the chicken.
I'll take the chicken, hold the funny.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that down, Virginia. And final joke. What is the art of enhancing sex through punctuation?
I don't know. What is that?
Kama Sutra.
Oh.
Okay, right?
It's a thinker.
Okay.
Comma.
It is.
It's a thinker.
Okay.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news.
Yeah, what?
So many people on meth. Ow!
One story is kind of crazy. I think, visuals really help people understand something. Did you see the photo, the before and after of the guy who contracted COVID at the Winter Party Festival in Miami Beach?
I did, man.
Wow, that was crazy. This is a guy that was jacked, had a lot of muscle to him, not really any body fat at all. 50-pound weight difference. He 6 weeks later he is very skinny in that second photo. It's really just one of those ones you're like going, whoa, is that the same dude? Even the beard that he had lost weight. I don't know if you noticed that. I'll hold this up. If you're watching KBJ TV on YouTube, you can see I've got that up there right now. Obviously, the one on the left is the before after, the photo on the right.
He looks like a different person.
A different person.
Yeah.
Even in the face, he looks different.
Yeah, just kind of crazy. He's a 43-year-old nurse. Contracted it down here. I don't think he's from here. He's was in a Massachusetts hospital. So, yeah, but that happened in mid-March that he got that. And I think there was like 37 people that got sick and maybe 3 died from that festival.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy. There's a nurse in Russia that has been disciplined for wearing a see-through PPE gown and just wearing a bra and underwear underneath.
Girl, what are you trying to do?
I don't know. Oddly enough, there were no complaints from any of the patients, but yeah, they...
Are you trying to give the guys in the heart attack ward a real heart attack?
Well, I mean, hey, a little something to pick up the spirits every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? What red-blooded Russian male wouldn't love that? They say that sales of the plastic Bane masks from The Dark Knight Rises have gone way up, even though they really don't provide any protection from coronavirus.
They're cool looking.
They look cool. That's it.
Yeah.
He had a cool voice. Remember his voice in the movie? You kind of talk like this.
He do talk like this.
That's
It's
good.
Bane.
Kevin.
Yeah, got a great Bane. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, they're coming up with all kinds of like little contraptions that are out there right now. In fact, one that I saw is they've got a beeper now, and you go back to work, that if you get within 6 feet of one of your coworkers, it'll go off and start beeping to remind you, oh, we crossed that 6-foot threshold. We're not far enough apart. That's kind of crazy, huh?
That is.
Would you wear one of those if they're like going, hey, everybody here's got to wear a beeper?
I mean, if they say you got to wear it, you got to wear it.
I guess so. Yeah, and this company that is coming up with these say that they've got thousands ready to ship.
I like the concept of people staying away from me. So, yeah, give me the beeper.
I ain't wearing no beeper. No.
It's probably got a tracking device in it and a listening thing.
You ain't taking my rights.
Right? Somebody's going to be upset. Apple has released a new update for iPhones yesterday that makes it easier to unlock your phone with Face ID if you're wearing a mask.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Does your Face ID always work on your Apple phone?
I don't have that new of a phone. I don't have Face ID. I got an old phone.
Got ya. Wow,
I don't get a new phone till this phone breaks.
Wow, I'm finally fancier than Virginia.
Yeah. I refuse to get a new phone until my old phone breaks. I'm not buying into the sheep that buy the new model just because they want to have the new model. No, we don't do that.
Okay, Grandma.
We ride this pony till it dies.
Man, do not leave your play ball in Virginia's lawn.
I am not giving Apple any more of my money than they already get. Y'all can sit down, Apple.
Okay. Look at Virginia. She's making a stand.
They're going to get you eventually, and you know they are.
I know. The phone will eventually break, but until that time, I'm riding this puppy.
There's apparently a problem at a 7-Eleven in Thailand. An employee there tried to grab a forehead thermometer because that's what they're doing. You got to check the customers when they come in. But he wasn't really looking. Instead of grabbing the thermometer, he accidentally grabbed a spray bottle of hand sanitizer and sprayed it in the customer's face.
Oh boy, that turned bad quick.
Yeah, it did. That's not good. That's crazy. They say police in England were searching for a suspect in a field with a drone when they flew the drone higher to kind of like get more of an elevated view because they couldn't find him. And what they noticed instead was a giant drawing of a male genitalia in that field.
Somebody's bored, and that's funny.
That's what we're doing.
That's always a go-to. That's always going to get a laugh or two.
Oh, I wish I could do that in my yard.
Mm-hmm. Crazy stuff.
Ideas you've given me, Kevin.
You live by a golf course. You could do a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, I could.
They say with tattoo shops slowly opening up back in the U.S., some Americans now are rushing out to get their coronavirus-themed tattoos. You got everything from those beak-like plague masks worn by 17th century doctors to the coronavirus molecule to Corona beer bottles and various states of explosion, hand sanitizer, even rolls of TP are some of the new popular tattoos that people are getting.
I mean, I have a slice of pizza on the back of my back. I can't really say anything.
But it's a tribute.
It is.
It's kind of interesting because, I know my family, they love the tattoos, and they're planning the next round of tats that everybody's going to get. And my daughter wanted to get a hand tattoo, and her tattoo artist that she always goes to is like, yeah, I'm not going to do that right now. And we were yesterday debating. I'm like, I wonder why he won't do hand tattoos. And my wife is like, I bet it's because it would take too long, and he's trying to turn over as many customers as he can.
So many bones in the hand.
Maybe. I don't know. It was the only thing we could come up with.
Huh.
I was like, that's interesting. That might make sense, possibly, because you got to make up some income.
Like
that he's trying to do the ones that you can do quicker.
He'll do your butt, but he won't do your hand.
Great question. I don't know.
Butt. Ow.
Yeah. I don't know. So people are going out there.
Does she have any butt tattoos, Caitlin?
I've not checked, Virginia.
I wonder how.
I don't believe so.
I wonder how popular the butt tattoo is. Is there more butt tattoos than arm tattoos?
I mean, if I got one, that would be where I would get one. I would do it like in from where the bikini line is. Like butt would be my pick.
Close to the crack?
Closer to the crack than the outside.
Wow.
So maybe if I wore a bikini or panties, you couldn't see it.
So you're going pretty much by the middle.
I mean, I'm not going in the crack.
Well.
I'm not doing a starfish on the starfish.
Okay. It's just nice to know what kind of tattoos Virginia's going to go for.
Yeah.
I would consider that area if I had to, but that's not my thing.
It may happen, though. Before we all die, I think
You're going to hold me down?
No, I just think you're going to get a tattoo on your butt. You're going to lose a challenge or something. I think it's going to happen.
And did you know this? I saw experts are warning that hand sanitizer can explode in a hot car.
Oh, that'd be a fun video.
I did not know that.
I keep some in my car, and I have noticed I got to be careful if the car has been out in the heat, and then I go to use it. It does kind of come jetting right out really fast.
Uh-huh. They say that it will, and they say, too, that it also can make the hand sanitizer ineffective, which is valuable to know because you will have the false assurance that you are killing coronavirus when you may not be doing anything but getting your hand wet.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they say its active ingredient alcohol could evaporate.
That's not good.
Yeah, so just kind of a quick note about keeping hand sanitizer in your car.
All right, I'm going to keep it in my purse. I have some in my purse, too, but then I have it in the door of the car.
Sure.
I have it by the front door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And remember how Krispy Kreme was doing that free donuts for graduating seniors promotion?
Yeah, all you had to do was show your ID and you got a whole dozen of donuts.
Yeah, they had to shut it down in Long Beach. They said it was so popular that they had a massive traffic jam outside the store.
Donut jam.
Donut jam,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, yeah. And they say that with the gyms still not open in a lot of places, I saw that Fort Lauderdale backed down to Broward County.
Oh.
Yeah, and they're not going to be opening up the gyms in Fort Lauderdale.
They were talking a big game.
They were talking a real big game. It looked like a showdown was going to happen, and Fort Lauderdale was like, yeah, maybe we need to wait on opening up the gyms.
Like, oh, yeah, they might arrest us.
So apparently people are trying to figure out where to work out, and now police in Wisconsin are trying to find a guy who got on top of a moving car and was doing push-ups.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah,
kind of like a Teen Wolf kind of a situation?
It was. He crawled out of the passenger side window, got onto the roof of the car, and started doing push-ups, and somebody made a video, and now the cops are looking for him.
Well,
so
it's definitely gone viral.
It is definitely a viral video, yeah. So don't, if you can't get to the gym in Fort Lauderdale, do not get on the roof of your car in traffic on 595 and start doing push-ups.
Eat a donut instead.
Yeah. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, a fun new game that we got here on the KBJ Show called You Can't Make a Face.
Oh, no.
Yes. Oh, yes. Now, what this is we have kind of a gnarly substance that you have to do a shot of that would make you make a weird face because it's pretty gnarly to drink. Now, you can't make a face because you're going to be strapped to the shot collar, and if you do make a face, you get shocked on top of it. Last week, we did apple cider vinegar, and everybody passed the test. So we're going to be stepping it up with another item for You Can't Make a Face next.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
You can't make a face. If you do, you get shocked. That is the name of the game here. Last week, we did apple cider vinegar, and It was tough to take down, but everybody crushed it. Nobody got shocked.
The toughest part of that one was the hour and a half after. We were all jacked up.
It was burning.
We all had stomach pains.
Belching and
it was gross. It was awful. It was awful.
It was bad.
Okay, so this week we've got a different substance. And by the way, thank you for all the ideas because people sent a wave of ideas of things that we should try to take a shot of and not make a face while doing it.
Oh, if it involves us in pain, the audience is a bunch of geniuses.
They really are. They put in the time. They put in the time. So today, Virginia has whipped up a shot for us. It actually looks kind of delicious. Looks like a shot of milk. So I hope that's what it is because I think I could do a shot of milk and not make a face.
It's not milk, Kevin.
It's not milk. Okay, what exactly is this?
This is clam juice and horseradish sauce.
Oh, gosh.
Oh. All right, Denny's give me that shot collar. That thing strapped up there.
Oh my gosh, two things that I just absolutely loathe. Other than all you have to do is throw some techno music in there, and it'd be the worst drink ever.
Kevin, hit the techno.
No, please don't.
Golly, horseradish and clam juice.
And it might be like unbearably spicy on top of being gross. I didn't try it, so I have no idea. Like, I didn't check my levels.
Gosh.
I had some clam juice and I had some creamy horseradish, and I just put all of both that I had in a container and shook it up.
What the hell kind of witch are you? I thought they were supposed to be accurate with your potions.
Bruh, I didn't know like how much we were gonna need to make 4 shots, so I wanted to make sure I didn't fall short on the amount of liquid. So I just added everything I had for the concoction.
I'm not even kidding. I think I'm allergic to horseradish.
Well, you're gonna be sick.
Oh gosh.
Because she's a thick bee.
Oh.
Denny's is so sad.
I just want to crawl somewhere.
This is tough. This is my. I know the audience loves this. This is my new least favorite bit.
No, mine's still the dirt.
Okay. All right.
Damn. Burn.
All right. You can't make a face for going around the room here. Denny's going to be working the shot collar. If I make any kind of face, you can watch on KBJ TV right now on YouTube. Dial it up. A lot of people are checking it. Okay, horseradish and clam juice. Got to do a shot. Make a face. You get shocked.
You got to psych yourself out of this thing.
Yeah.
You got to act like you're drinking a milkshake.
Mind over matter.
Mind over matter.
I think you just got to like take it and go.
He made a face.
Oh, he went for a good.
Shock him. Shock him.
Oh, gosh.
It can only last a second.
Oh, when it starts to go down.
No.
Oh, my breath.
No, what I want to hear.
My gosh. Did you feel the shock?
Yes, I did.
Okay, it's working.
Yes, I did, but honestly, the shock is nothing compared to the honestly, the shock is nothing. The shock is the easiest part of it.
I'm so bummed out by this bit.
Oh, my God. Kevin couldn't do it, and he's the strongest we have.
He couldn't do it.
I did it, but you're right. I think it's got to be. I think we got to add. There's got to be about a 5-second hold.
Agreed. You should hold it for 5 seconds.
It's got to be a 5-second hold because I did, and I'm like, you got it, you got it, you got it, and then
you got to swallow it.
Yeah, I didn't got it.
Oh, Kevin.
Oh, I know. Honestly,
Denny's was afraid to shock you. I go, shock him.
No, you had to shock me.
You sure? Should I
Are you
shock him?
sure? Yeah, it's a 5-second window. We'll count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got to clear that.
All right.
Did it burn?
Yeah, how do you feel?
No, I'm nauseous though. I'm very nauseous. It's disgusting.
I grabbed extra trash cans for this one.
It is disgusting.
There's trash cans all over the studio.
I've never done a shot of cat barf, but I would imagine that
if that was cat,
it might be about there.
I can see that.
Barf.
Yeah, it might be.
Cats would love this, I think. Oh, geez.
Denny's, your cats.
I feel like I have cat barf breath.
They would be farting so terribly for like a week.
I wonder what would happen if you feed cat just clam juice.
Nothing positive.
No, it's pretty bad. Okay, all right. Virginia can't make a face. She does. She gets shocked. All right, this is her concoction. It's horseradish and clam juice.
Look right in the camera.
All right, ladies. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
girl's rock solid. She's
How?
on it. Yeah.
Because she likes that stuff.
I do.
She eats aquatic crap.
I love clam juice. I use it in my gumbo when I'm making a seafood gumbo. It was actually delicious.
Oh.
May I have another?
All right.
Okay.
Bird.
Can we do what we did last week?
Yeah.
Where we're just talking like we're at a bar or something. Hey, Bird, look at that little milkshake over there.
Yeah, I think that's it. You gotta set yourself up. I went for it.
The clam is strong with that one.
I didn't think about it when it was in my mouth. It went down. It was fine, and then it punched me or something, and then it was like that was the problem.
All right, Bird, dig deep. Dig deep.
Okay.
So this is a cool bar rack, Kev. I love this place.
It's a great bar, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We got some delicious buttery nipple shots here. They're so good. They're sweet and delicious.
Welcome to We Real.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Buttery nipples. I haven't seen a nipple in a while. Cheers to nipples.
You should try it.
Oh,
Oh no.
God.
Oh, it's so bad.
God. Oh, please.
He's praying.
God. Oh.
Oh.
It's a tough one.
Oh gosh.
It's worse than the shock, though, isn't it?
Oh, the shock is
The
nothing.
shock's nothing.
Oh, sweet Denny's.
You almost are thankful for the shock because it snaps you out of.
It offsets it.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of like a chaser. It's like a pain chaser, if that makes sense.
Oh, sweet Denny's. My poor soul. Oh, it's the
Oh, I
worst
can
taste.
smell it.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
I don't know. That clam juice has been in that fridge for a while, too.
I know. I don't think it's.
It might not be fresh.
I swear to God, if I get ptomaine from you,
Yeah. I feel like I have something. Well, that's the whole thing. We aren't going to know if we have food poisoning or coronavirus now.
No.
I'm going to have to quarantine for 14 days because I did this bit.
oh my gosh, my mouth tastes like a gross red lobster.
It's like you ate out of the dumpster a Red Lobster.
I'm a cat getting the scraps at the double. Oh,
But it's a Red Lobster they just shut down for health code violation.
it's nothing good. Yes. Denny's, just don't think about the reaction me and Kevin just did. Just don't
Yeah.
even think about that.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
I already foresee me vomiting and being shocked.
Yeah, here, you want the trash can there?
I got one over here. I'll take two though.
Yes, good idea. All right, here we go. Denny's, you can't make a face. You got the shot collar on. It's horseradish and clam juice. He's doing a shot of it. If he makes a face from doing it, he gets the shot collar treatment. Okay, here you go, baby.
So we're hanging out at a bar. We're having fun, right?
Denny's,
Great
look at
time.
that
We all
drink.
have terrible breath, but yeah.
Gosh.
Go on ahead.
Real pumped for this.
Yeah, that's a good one. Don't sip it.
It's going too slow. Oh, he made.
Oh,
Oh, and I got shocked.
You made a face.
I love how
Oh God.
he did the,
That was so painful.
He had the worst game plan ever.
That was
That was the worst game plan I've ever seen.
Sipped
Your
it.
execution was terrible.
I mean, what's the matter with
He
you?
sipped it.
Denny's.
And then he went to take more.
Is this your first time doing a shot?
It was
He's gonna throw.
My breath is gonna make me throw up.
He's gonna throw.
Oh, I just put my hand in my own puke.
Oh, you're gonna make me pee. That's
the execution was the worst idea. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right.
Okay. This thing off, man.
Oh, please.
Oh,
My
geez.
stomach hurts too bad.
Oh my God.
Please tell me we got that on camera.
Oh, I got it. I got it on our Instagram
Wow.
story. It's going to be on our Insta story.
Suits is gonna die.
Oh yeah, I don't think
Suits,
he's gonna make it.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Suits has to do it.
I don't know if he can.
I forgot about our baby.
I don't think our boy. I don't know, man.
Suits and his tender tummy is coming in here.
Oh, he is not happy.
He does, I think, because he's he's been razzed a lot about the tender tummy. So I think he's going to put on a good face. I actually think Suits might do it, and then I think he's going to be laid up for the next 18 hours.
You are so smug right now.
That's what I do,
I don't know,
baby.
dog. This is rough.
Okay.
Oh,
I already feel nauseous. So
Bird.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
You're speaking clam there.
Yeah, you are.
Okay. All right. Suits going to give it a shot here. You can't make a
Hold
face,
on, Suits. Don't do it yet. I want to put you on Instagram. All right.
He's got horseradish and clam juice here. He's got to do a shot of it. He makes a face from doing it. He gets the shock collar.
He may surprise us all.
I think he'll do it. I think his strong will.
Keep in mind, he was known as the kid, the prodigy, for a long time.
He was. He's not anymore.
Yeah, he is. I guess.
Okay.
The shot is the same color as his skin. Oh,
damn.
So milky white. Look at that leg.
Damn.
He just put the
I got to drink this here, too, and I'm getting this first?
Such a terrible, yeah.
You're the shortest winner ever.
He put the shot collar on his leg. I don't see his leg very often.
It is white, though. It's
I know it's white.
It's kind of corpse-like.
All right, let me just puke and get this over with, all right, and shocked. Okay.
Don't do what Denny's did. A sip is not the way to start.
I gag when I take a shot anyway because there's too much in it, so this is a bad start here.
Hold your breath.
Hold my breath?
Yes.
Oh, good idea, Bird. Okay, here we go. Suits down the hatch. Still got a little bit left in there, I think. Why don't you go back and finish that up there? Okay. Can he do it? Can he do it? 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Suits has done it.
I don't know how I did that.
He's a man. He's a man.
Very nice Suits.
Oh, that is awful.
Strong-willed. Wow. Strong-willed is that one.
Wow.
Me, Kevin, and Denny's went out like a bunch of bees.
I held mine for a second and a half. Then Suits is throwing up.
Long enough. That's all that matters.
There you go.
How messed up would it be if he was throwing up and you shocked him just for fun?
I can't do that to the kid.
I'm just kidding.
Just to let you know, the ones we have, it gets worse every week. It's almost like a tournament. So we started with a level last week that we all accomplished this week. It got about half of us. Next week, we'll see if we can get all of us. So if you got any other ideas for what to do for the shot for You Can't Make a Face, it's got to be something that the human body can digest. Thank you for the suggestions for motor oil and gasoline, but that's not going to work.
Denny's strategy. My God.
Yeah, that just was amazing. Okay, we've got some of Hollywood's greatest actors of all time and some of their worst movies. Now, the name of the game here is we're trying to find out which movie is the lowest rated by Rotten Tomatoes for each actor. Now, what we're going to do here is, as soon as you miss, you are out. The game is to see who can go further in this.
Who was our champ last week?
I don't remember.
I think it was me.
Whoa. Wow, Witch making a name for herself.
Which that's what's bizarre, yes. If you don't get the multiple choice, it's going to be tougher. Because you may think right away, you hear, oh, yeah, I know, that's definitely their worst movie, and it's not. Because this is the critic score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Use multiple choice, you're considered weak.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Jay Bird is wearing a mask and talking through it.
Sorry.
Come on, dummy.
All right. Gosh, you got to be that mean?
My mean is equivalent to your dumb.
She matches
stay
mean with
level.
dumb.
I'm going
So
to keep
however
it
dumb you
level.
are, that's how mean she's going to be.
Gosh, it's
An equal
good.
ratio.
It's good. I like it.
Okay, here we go. First one, we'll start with Virginia. Matt Damon is the great actor. Which one is actually his worst movie, according to Rotten Tomatoes critic score? Is it The Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron from 2002, an animated movie? Is it The Brothers Grimm from 2005, or Suburbicon from 2017? What do you think here, Virginia? If you miss, you are out.
I don't know. I think the first two sounded vaguely familiar.
Okay.
So, even though he's making obnoxious hand signals and gestures in my peripheral left vision, I'm not even looking at him. And I'm going to go C.
Suburbicon from 2017
Yes.
is Matt Damon's worst movie, according to Rotten Tomatoes. On the tomato meter, it's 28%. That makes it the worst movie. Virginia, congratulations.
Oh.
You move on to the next round.
Interesting.
Nobody's even looking at you, Pennington. Just know that.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at me right now.
Damn it, he's right.
All right, Jay Bird, let's see how long you can stay in this time. You're eliminated in the first round last week.
Because you refuted multiple choice.
I still might.
With your hand in the air like a preacher.
I got this.
I still might.
I got
this.
Depending on the actor. I still might.
Your actor is Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Great actor's worst movie. Is it A, Home Alone 3 from 1997?
It's definitely that one.
B, The Spirit from 2008? Or C, is it Ghost in the Shell? According to Rotten Tomatoes critics on the tomato meter, what is her lowest rated movie?
Home Alone 3.
Home Alone 3.
Virginia's shooting the middle finger at me, Kevin.
No, I'm giving him signals to help. Maybe I believe the first one is it.
Okay.
Now she's saying the second one.
A.
Home Alone 3.
Home Alone 3. Gotta read his eyes.
Uh-oh, don't look at them eyes.
A.
With a 29% on the tomato meter, Home Alone is not her lowest rated movie. It is The Spirit at 14%.
Dang, girl.
Jaybird has been eliminated in round one again this week.
Damn it. I like movies more than her.
He does. That's why it's so funny to beat him at this game.
All right, Denny's, listen. A loss for the witch is a win for the bird. Kick her ass.
All right, let's see what we got here.
This is an actor I'm sure is right up Denny's alley here. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
All right.
Oh, I love The Rock.
Great actor's worst movies.
I just put you in the rock bottom the other day.
It's full circle.
No one wants to
Pantsless.
hear about your sex moves.
Rock power bottom.
Who put a nickel in you? All of a sudden, she's good at the Rotten Tomato game, and she's
Yeah.
strutting around here. like
She actually got strength from that clam juice.
Clam juice gives me power.
Yeah.
I feel so nauseous.
Oh,
Yeah.
me too.
Took us all out. She's doing great. How'd that work?
I'm rattled from it.
Oh, poor sweet Denny's is really having a tough time with that clam juice.
My vision's off.
Okay. His three movies: Walking Tall from 2004, The Tooth Fairy from 2010, or Baywatch from 2017. Which of those three movies is The Rock's lowest rated movie by the critics on Rotten Tomatoes?
Somebody's trying to give hand signals.
Well, this is like the opposite of phone a friend. It's like your friend is phoning you and you're trying not to pick up.
And your friend just got eliminated.
Yeah.
Remember that.
You're sending your phone, your friend who just is out of the game to voicemail and he keeps calling you.
Search your insides, Denny's.
Gosh, I would have thought it was the Tooth Fairy because it looked so bad, but I bet you it got cute points and people wanted to see that.
I love the Tooth Fairy.
Oh, that actually means it's the worst one then.
If we go by.
It's a good sign.
Oh, gosh. Darn, I have a feeling it is the Tooth Fairy. That's got to be his worst scoring movie. Baywatch, though, did do well. I'm gonna go Tooth Fairy.
Oh, mijo.
I think I'm going B, Tooth Fairy.
Okay. If you get this correct, you move on to the next round. If you do not, Virginia is our continuing champ for 2 weeks in a row.
What's up? What's up?
She's so annoying.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
What an annoying champion. God.
The Tooth Fairy got an 18% on the tomato meter.
Okay.
Feels good. Feels
okay.
good.
But is he setting you up for disappointment?
It sounds like a disappointment kind of setup.
You know Ricky.
It could go either way, but I think I do know Ricky.
Baywatch in 2017 on the tomato meter got a 17%. It is his worst testing movie. You have been eliminated, Denny's.
1%?
1%. Virginia is our reigning champ again.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Yep, for week 2, the master of the movies.
It must stop.
Yep.
It must end. Your reign ends next week, witch.
Okay, we'll see.
Did you miss an episode of the KBJ Show? No worries. Find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or kvjshow.com.
Well, a lot of interesting things have entered our lives over the last couple of months. Some new terms that really we didn't know anything about when we started March, but now they're just kind of a daily part of everything we do. Some of the more interesting terms that we have discovered ever since the coronavirus has hit. Some of the best of COVID terms. I like how Urban Dictionary kind of lays it out. Like for coronavirus, they say a virus that causes people to buy way too much toilet paper.
I still try. I can't get toilet paper.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I went late, so I still have some toilet paper, but I was just trying to gauge. I haven't been in a Publix in about 4 weeks, and I went for the first time the other night. They close at 9, so I went at 8:30. I want to be the last person in there when there's nobody in there, and there was no toilet paper. Somebody told me they restock them in the morning, and then they go real quick.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Still,
I
that's
saw that
crazy.
at Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, it's nuts. Still. Wow, like 2 plus 3 months into it.
Don't try to get no Lysol.
Who would have thought America's big poopers?
Well, I would have thought that actually.
Yeah. Good point.
Uh-huh. Some of the other terms they've had, their shortened version is the vid. That's a cool way of saying COVID-19 for
The vid. I like the corones better.
You do? Okay. Well, your Urban Dictionary goes with the vid. Maybe the kids are saying that. This actually turned out to be true, that COVID-38, laughed at that first. It's a person who has been unlucky enough to contract the COVID-19 virus twice. And now I've heard of people getting it twice. I'm like, dang, so you got the COVID-38.
That's messed up.
It is messed up, isn't it?
How bad does that suck? If it's real, there's other people saying those aren't real.
Mm-hmm. And probably the one term that has really given us the most joy, that's coronavirus Karen. Somebody who frequently uses their essential worker status during the COVID pandemic as a reason to obtain amounts and discounts of free items even when they don't deserve it, and then throwing tantrums when it does not work. Mask hole. Have you seen this term yet?
It's somebody who will not wear a mask.
Yes, and they're now threatening people, pulling guns on them, causing fights, all that kind of stuff.
Good
that is
Lord.
the new term. Yeah, you see it in the news. You call that person a mask hole. And have you heard of pandemic guilt?
Yes, I have. I was reading an article about some of these celebrities.
I love the technical definition. It says it's a feeling of guilt brought on by staying healthy and wealthy during the coronavirus pandemic, typically suffered by unknown privileged American celebrities like Shailene Woodley.
Yeah, and then they become the victim. Like, I mean, I feel so guilty about why people are not doing as well as I am, and it's all about me. It's crazy.
They find a way to actually turn it back on themselves.
Yes.
I need attention.
Yeah, they are doing that. Weird that you'd feel guilty. But apparently that is a legit thing. That,
Kevin, feelings aren't weird. Stop it.
Yeah, okay. That's what I do. When it's like, I'm like, okay.
You obviously aren't in touch with yours.
Okay.
Yeah. Here we go. We got some time for some good stuff to squeeze in here today. I believe we got round of the mystery box coming up here in a second.
Ooh.
Get some people on to play for that, and maybe even a fourth dirt of the day. I don't know.
Oh, please, no. Say it isn't so.
Kevin said because you lost the movie game, he's going to add a fourth dirt today.
I'm going to come back next week to that movie game. I love that Rotten Tomatoes movie game.
You do?
I do. I think it kind of needs a belt. If it's going to be a feature.
But Virginia would be wearing it. She's the only one that's won it.
But I know. I want that. I think it's cool when someone has, let's say she wins Think Fast, No Name movie game, and that, you have all that hardware.
Yeah.
They used to do that in wrestling, baby. It's a pretty cool look.
Okay. All right. Well, Virginia wants her fourth dirt of the day, so I guess we'll get to that coming up here,
Thank
too.
you, Kevin.
Oh, you weren't kidding.
I've earned it.
All right. Sure, whatever. That's fun. I'm so numb to it all anyway.
He's so mad.
Yeah, I'm so
I'm
numb
not
to it.
mad. I think I'm more sad.
Okay, so we need people to jump on here. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. And you'll try to guess as we have either Virginia or Jaber try to describe what is in the mystery box here today.
You want to get in there?
No, we can, if you guys, Denny's, we could draw a playing card. Do you have a deck of playing cards, Denny's?
Do you know what it is?
I do.
So you brought it in.
I brought it in. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Denny's knows what it is because he loaded it in.
Yeah.
Smells like a little rigging.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way it goes.
Denny's has gone to the dark side.
Oh, yeah, he has.
It's a Tuesday hot helping a rig.
Okay, you guys, you'll draw. Denny's do a quick shuffle. You guys will draw the top card, and then you'll just flip it over, and
Denny's.
we'll see who has the higher card.
You're good at shuffling.
Yeah,
He is good. He's
Wow.
card shark over there.
Denny's.
A man of secrets. What else is he good at?
You know what? I've known him for 10 years. I find something new about him every single day.
Okay. Virginia's drawing her card. Jaybird is grabbing his. We'll find out who's going to dig their hand into the mystery box.
Hamburger hands grabbed a whole bunch.
I'm going to laugh in the microphone. I'm sure everyone loves to see the witch cackling in the microphone.
All right, Virginia, what card did you grab?
You are what you draw. Kevin, I got a queen.
Okay, queen for Virginia. Jaybird.
You are what you draw. I am a 2? How does that even work, man? Oh, universe. What did I do?
What did you do? What did you do?
What
man?
did you do?
It's amazing.
It's a bloodbath.
I grabbed 3 cards out of the pile.
I know.
And I picked one
You put back the 2 aces.
Pause McGraw over here.
I'm not feeling very lucky.
Okay, well, you can try to figure out exactly what we've got in the mystery box if you're watching on KBJ TV. Go dial it up right now. Just go to YouTube, and you can see what is in there. Jaybird's job is to try to give you a good description as to what it is, and we'll see if just in 3 amazing clues, if you can guess what is in the mystery box.
Here's what I fear. Last week was kind of benign, so it's due to be something awful.
Epic.
Oh, yeah, a horse's neck.
It's going to bite you.
Something, yeah.
Some kind of excrement or an animal that might attack. Or
You're going to need like a shot after this.
Fangs.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Denny's going to lift up the door there, and on KBJ TV, people can see in what it looks like. Jaybird is reaching his hand in. Okay.
It's
All right.
wet.
The best ones always are.
Okay.
Oh, it's really wet. It's in a container.
It is. It's in a container.
Oh, it feels like brains. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, no. Is it brains?
It feels like guts. Fish guts. It feels like fish guts.
Okay.
Oh, what do I smell?
Okay. It's got a smell to it as well.
Oh, it does.
Okay. All right. So you said it feels kind of like guts, brains.
There's like a little pieces of fragments. I don't know if it's eyeballs or if it's bone.
Just chunks of stuff.
It feels like chum. It feels straight up chum.
Okay.
Oh, I think there's some kind of belly. Chunk belly.
A bell? It's got a belly?
Oh, what is that smell?
Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Okay.
Are you going to throw up again?
Can I take my hand out?
Yeah, you can. You've given some descriptions. It is so it kind of feels like guts, brains. It is green. What is on your hand? Jaybir's looking at his hand. Oh yeah.
That is.
Oh boy. Okay, so it's green.
A frog.
Temperature wise, can you give that as a clue?
I would say mid-range.
Okay, so kind of like lukewarm then, I guess. Room temperature.
Exactly.
I got you. Okay, so room temperature. What exactly is that? If anybody thinks they know, they can call up right now.
It's rotting. It's
And-
rotting.
It's rotting. It smells terrible. You need to go wash your hand. Quick, don't touch anything. All right.
My mask.
Yeah.
You can't go in the hall without a mask now. But you can't touch your mask with that hand. Dude, you're screwed.
Must be so nice to draw a queen.
Yeah. The queen over here. Yeah. She's got it made. All right. What did Jaybird just put his hand in the mystery box? The scent is pungent. His hand is green. He gave you the descriptions. 877-979-WRMF. Your guess is next. All right. What was in that mystery box anyway?
I fear I know what it is.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know if I might give it away.
Okay. We'll let you guess here if nobody else got it. It was, he said it felt like guts. It had chunks of stuff in it. It was kind of smooth in texture, room temperature.
Big time, and it smelled rotten.
It smells rotten.
Yes,
Okay.
very rotten.
Okay. And your hand looked like it had green stuff on it.
It
Yeah.
And you brought it?
I did. Well,
All
I
right.
found it. I located
You found it.
Yeah, I found
That's
it.
what scares me.
Yeah, I found it.
All right, then I stick with my guess.
Okay. Yeah, it's something I found. Okay, we got Mike on here from Tallahassee. He's going to take a guess. Mike, what do you think we had in the mystery box?
Man, I got two guesses I'm thinking of.
Okay.
I'm a little torn between either a rotten avocado, like a pushed down rotten avocado, or some guacamole.
No. What do you think it was, Jay Bird?
I think it's baby crap from a diaper.
Oh, okay.
But you don't have a baby, but you said you found it.
Yeah.
But then again, would you be doing baby crap during COVID? I don't think you would. But then again, you are.
I mean, do you think
Kevin.
do you think a baby's going to have COVID?
Oh, he's got you spun around and questioning everything you thought you knew. This is how Riggy wins.
Oh, I know. No, he's good.
The number one answer people are guessing is cat puke.
Oh my God. I really explored that thing.
I know you did. You really
don't have
got
a cat
into it.
though. Did you get it from Denny's?
Oh my gosh, Denny's is working against you
He's in it.
again.
Yeah. He's like I'm in there.
Sweet mijo.
I will tell you, Mike, I'm going to give you credit, though, because you pretty much nailed it. That is pre-COVID break room guacamole.
That's guac?
That's guacamole. It's not fresh.
That stuff.
Pre-COVID? It's from March?
No, I don't know.
Yo, man, you gotta wash that hands triple times. That's disgusting.
I know it's burning. Virginia gave me this weird witch's lotion. I'm wiping it on my hand. My hand starts to burn. I got glitter on my hands now.
Yeah, you just got a lot of stuff going on.
Kevin in Virginia.
Very
Damn you.
nice. How are things up in Tallahassee, Mike?
It's really boring up here. I'm probably one of the only students up here still.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I saw that Florida State is going to have classes in the fall. Is that correct?
Yeah, so, I mean, they have a meeting next week. They're trying to get it all together, but hopefully so.
Wow. Okay, well, have some fun. Do they have college? What is it? Is that called College Town? Is that bar area that they have there?
Yeah, College Town. It's awesome when there's people here, but it's pretty boring right now.
Can you do me a favor? Can you settle the score? I said people call Tallahassee T-Town. Don't the kids call it T-Town up there?
No, we call it Tallahassee.
Yeah.
So, no.
Nope.
Back in the 90s, man, they did.
If you're 100% coming home with crabs or something.
Okay.
Tallahassee, I've heard that. Yeah, it's usually Florida fans that are talking smack against Florida State and just
God,
that's all yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mike. We appreciate you.
All right, thank you. Be safe, guys.
You too.
You too. There you go. Yeah.
If someone ate that guac, you would die. You would. There's no way you could eat that and not get...
We got time for sudden death.
Death by the runs. You'd crap yourself to death.
An extra hour of the KBJ show just means more stuff that could kill us.
Either break room fridge, guacamole, sudden death, or a dirt of the day. What do you want?
Give me the guac.
Wrong.
Oh, man.
No, this is real.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
There is an update, yes.
A breaking story.
Breaking story.
know.
For Virginia, she's very excited about
I
it.
know what it is.
Okay.
Lori Loughlin has just agreed to plea a deal in her college admissions scandal and will be doing 2 months in prison. She'll do 2, and her husband's going to do 5. They also have to pay all kinds of fines, and then there's going to be probation and community service. But, yeah, they don't want to go to court. Sounds like they're pleading.
Yeah, but I think she's going to get one of those cushy country club prisons, right?
Yeah, she'll get
for 2 months.
She'll have chocolate chip cookies in her cell.
It'll be like going to the breakers for 2 months. And
I
going
don't
through
think
a quarantine.
It'll be nothing like going to the breakers for 2 months.
She's not going to be like, in a cell with people like Bones.
She is probably going to be kept in some kind of solitary, yes, or at least by herself. But yeah, I mean, 2 months. She'll at least do a few weeks if they let her out for good behavior.
Well, this is the time to do it. Honestly, if you had to serve any kind of like house arrest or going in and serving time, like I would do it right now too. I mean, you can't go anywhere.
She can't work because Hollywood is shut down. So
Everybody's on lockdown anyway. So yeah, if I had something I was facing, go do it now. Speaking of the house arrest, did anybody see the 2020 special? I think it was Friday with Dalia DiPolito.
I did. I watched a good bit of it. I ended up falling asleep before the end, but I know how it ends.
Well, yeah, I know what the story, but what do they have? Because the only updates in her life I know is she got knocked up, had a kid, and she's serving time right now, and she is still always trying to get her sentence overturned.
Yeah, it told you a lot of their backstory. You know,
Okay.
She was an escort. Did you know that?
I don't know that I did.
I did not know that either. Like when they met, she was an escort, and I love like the investigative stuff. Terry Parker is prominently featured from WPBF. Like she is all over that thing for her investigative journalism, which I was so proud.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very fascinating. Their backstory, I knew nothing about it.
Okay, did you feel any differently about her guilt after watching it? No.
She's guilty as sin and has an adorable lisp.
Oh, really?
It's quite adorable.
Well, that's what you want with your attempted murderers, a little cute lisp.
Yeah. Well, if you don't know the Dalia DiPolito story, I think it was all the way, was it 2011 now? 9 years ago, something like that?
That long?
I think it went down where, it was a murder for hire thing that went national, and Nancy Grace loved it on CNN. It was on every night. They were talking about it. I can't believe.
Oh my gosh, I'm outraged.
Yeah.
My Nancy Grace and Dr. Phil are very similar.
They
They're the same person.
They are. They're the same
person. Yeah. So, I guess you probably get that on demand if you wanted to, if you did not know about it.
You should watch it. All of us should. It's a lot of local meat.
I'd like to see it.
And the backstory was quite fascinating.
All right. Got an After the Show podcast that is still going to be coming up here in just about 10 minutes. Going to be live on Facebook and also on YouTube. Of course, Jaybird always loves to give us a thought for the day, put everything into perspective before we get there, though.
You are free to choose, but you are not free from the consequence of your choice.
Mm-hmm.
A universal paradox.
That's true.
Yes.
That's very true. That's valuable information.
Deep.
Wise.
Wide.
Thank you.